If you were to ask, I'd have to say my favourite band are The Clash. And this band got a mention from Prime Minister Boris Johnson, who claimed they were his favourite band. Like the best of activists, I took to Twitter saying, Boris, you don't understand. Rebellion and resistance against the elite are The Clash's main themes. Boris saying that you like them is a bit like the king that praises the guillotine. It's like Dracula keeping a set of wooden stakes. It's like the battering ram beloved by Castle Gates. It's like a fly swatter that cheers on the fly. Boris, I think you miss the point of the lyrics. You don't strike me as a punky kind of guy. And I thought that would be it, a grumpy tweet, no more. But then guess what? The other day I had a knock on my door. It was old Boris, full of failure and fear of the ditches of death, panting, grumpy, out of breath. He said, I need a punk poet to pen me a verse, to paint me in a good light before things get much worse. In this economy, I can't be choosy. I've got rent to pay. So I said, okay, Boris, I'll do that for you. But it must be the truth today. Well, maybe it was my kindly, trustworthy face, but he said, absolutely, you can trust me, he galumphed. I said, what about my fee? Well, he pointed to the deal on the side of a bus. That'll do for us. Burbled through his autobiography of silver spoons, Eton, Oxford, the Bullingdon Club, burning notes in front of beggars and smashing up pubs. I got sacked from the Times for making things up. In 1990, I helped my pal Darius Guppy beat up a journalist pretty good. Him a barrage of breakages and blunders, bellowing them out like a cricket bat made of thunder. As London Mayor, I wasted millions on vanity projects. I promised no fare increase on the tube, but then the costs went up, just like the homeless population. I cut 300 firefighters and closed 3 fire stations. Now Mr. Johnson was at the end of his millionaire wits. He told me about being MP like a garbled blitz. Like Horatio Trafalgar, Welly at Waterloo, I told my constituents of Uxbridge, I'd do anything for you. I'd lie in front of a bulldozer to stop another Heathrow runway. But then when it came to vote in Parliament, I ran away. Well, he told me all about his love for greed, for austerity, for profit, said he didn't have a problem with the EU until it could be spun as unpatriotic. Now, this man before me was crumbling like the fracked White Cliffs of Dover, said, well, I put forward a Brexit deal, more or less the same one that I quit over. Eyes flashed red that belied the blue blood in his veins. It's not my fault. It's those treacherous MPs. It's the Libs. It's the EU. It's the media. It's Labour. It's Remainers. It's Scotland. Burko, they're all to blame. What do you actually stand for? I asked. The Queen, he gasped though. I lied to her too, tough tears from this big blubbering fool. Bring me a ditch. I just want to be dead. Oh, I should have just sent Daddy round instead. Please, help me navigate what's true. I just want to go back to guesting on Have I Got News for You. He started looking outside my window. I assumed about the bodies piling high, but no, instead, just whether reporters were watching him drink my cupboard dry. Oh, he sighed. It's my party and I'll lie if I want to. Oh, actually, he decreed. No. I accidentally mislead. Oh, Boris, this really isn't a scoop. Your lies, the incompetence, it's a lovable trait. People love the way you backstab Gove and your mates. Racist and homophobic comments, well, your party just looked the other way. Actually, no, that's why they love you, because you're a cartoon from another age. You can make a Big Ben pile high list of mistakes, and it's proof the old school tie, power and privilege never really fades. So what you're saying is, I'm pretty perfect. No, Boris, that's not what I meant. No, I hear you. I'm great. Sorry, just needed to vent. You see, it was the media and the backstabbing backbenchers and my cabinet of rats. They turned against me. Oh, being me's the hardest, and then just buggered off without saying thank you, probably to go miss some more targets. And I just had to sit down and try and write a poem about pork markets.